Hello and welcome to Stories of Success. Today we will talk about Dwayne Johnson, the personal life, achievements and challenges of the American actor. Johnson's father was part of the first black tag team champions in WWE history, along with Tony Atlas. His mother is the adopted daughter of Peter Maivia, who was also a pro wrestler, and his wife. In 2000, Johnson published his autobiography, titled The Rock Says, which he co-wrote with Joe Layden. It debuted at number 1 on the New York Times bestseller list and remained on the list for several weeks. Johnson is a 10-time world champion, including the promotion's first of African American descent. He is also a 2-time Intercontinental Champion, a 5-time Tag Team Champion, the 2000 Royal Rumble winner, and WWE's 6th Triple Crown Champion. Johnson played college football at the University of Miami, and won a national championship in 1991. Johnson's first leading role was as the titular character in the sword and sorcery film The Scorpion King. He has since starred in the comedies The Game Plan, Tooth Fairy, and Central Intelligence. His role as Luke Hobbs in the Fast and Furious films has helped it become one of the highest-grossing film franchises. Johnson produced and starred in the HBO comedy drama series Ballers, and stars and produces the autobiographical sitcom Young Rock. In 2000, Johnson released the autobiography The Rock Says, which was a New York Times bestseller. After Johnson graduated in 1995 with a Bachelor of General Studies in Criminology and Physiology, he signed with the Calgary Stampeders of the Canadian Football League as a linebacker. He was assigned to the practice roster but was cut 2 months into the season. Johnson was a professional wrestler. He had several tryout matches with the World Wrestling Federation in 1996. Under his real name, he defeated the Brooklyn Brawler at a house show on March 10. The Rock's popularity continued to grow and audiences still cheered for him even though he was a heel. On April 29, 1999, WWF aired the pilot episode of SmackDown, a term derived from one of The Rock's catchphrases. In the episode, The Rock continued his feud with the corporate ministry. In the following weeks, The Rock continued his feud with Triple H and eventually won his 4th WWF Championship, which he won on April 30 at Backlash. The Rock successfully defended the championship against Chris Benoit on July 23 at Fully Loaded. The next month, he successfully defended his title against Kurt Angle and Triple H at SummerSlam. The Rock returned in late July 2001 when the WWF was feuding with rival promotions World Championship Wrestling and Extreme Championship Wrestling. Many former WCW and ECW wrestlers were then brought onto WWF television and formed the alliance to compete with WWF in storyline. The Rock then aligned with McMahon and the WWF. At the next pay-per-view, No Way Out, The Rock defeated The Undertaker in a singles match. The event also saw the WWF debut of the famed WCW faction New World Order, which at the time consisted of Hollywood, Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, and Scott Hall. The Rock made a surprise return on a June episode of Raw before going to his assigned brand of SmackDown. There, he was named the #1 contender for the WWE Undisputed Championship, which he won for a record-setting 7th time at Vengeance. The Rock defeated Stone Cold Steve Austin in the latter's final match at WrestleMania 19 in March 2003. The Rock celebrating his victory at WrestleMania 28 in April 2012. Hulk Hogan, Steve Austin and The Rock at WrestleMania XXX in April 2014. In 2000, he hosted Saturday Night Live for the first time. Fellow wrestlers Triple H, Big Show, and Mick Foley also appeared on the show. Johnson has stated the success of that episode is the reason he began receiving offers from Hollywood studios. He has since hosted SNL another 4 times. In 1999, The Rock was listed number 5 on Entertainment Weekly's Top 12 Entertainers of the Year. In 2000, Access Hollywood ranked him number 6 in their list of the top 10 celebrities of 2000. That year, Rock was also listed in the Forbes Celebrity 100 and People magazine's 25 Most Intriguing People. Johnson's motion picture debut was as the Scorpion King in The Mummy Returns. The movie broke a 2-year record for the highest-grossing single day in film history by earning $28,594,667 United States dollars. As of May 2021, his Instagram account is the 4th most followed in the world with over 236 million followers. The Rock has been listed as one of the all-time greatest professional wrestlers. Many have placed The Rock on the Mount Rushmore of pro wrestling, including Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair and John Cena. Johnson will star in Netflix's 2021 film Red Notice, written and directed by Rawson Marshall Thurber. The film, co-starring Gal Gadot and Ryan Reynolds, began production in the fall of 2019. In addition to his work on the film, Johnson assisted with redesigning the titular ride for all Disney theme parks. Johnson will co-produce and star in The King, a film about King Kamehameha Kanuiakia. The project will be directed by Robert Zemeckis from a script written by Randall Wallace. The King was scheduled to begin production in 2020, but was halted by the COVID-19 pandemic. In 2021, his biographical comedy drama series Young Rock began airing on NBC. In February 2020, the WWE announced that Johnson's daughter Simone began training at the WWE Performance Center, making her the first fourth-generation WWE wrestler. On May 16, Johnson announced she had signed a contract with WWE. Johnson made his WWF debut as Rocky Maivia, a combination of his father and grandfather's ring names, although his real name was acknowledged by the announcers. He debuted on Monday Night Raw as a member of Marc Mero's entourage on November 4, 1996. At D-Generation X, In Your House, Stone Cold Steve Austin defeated The Rock in under 6 minutes to retain the Intercontinental Championship. The next night on Raw is War, Austin was ordered by Mr. McMahon to defend the title in a rematch, but forfeited it to The Rock instead. The Rock returned on the January 30, 2003 episode of SmackDown to set up another match with Hulk Hogan. The Rock then defeated Hogan at No Way Out before assigning himself to the Raw brand. There, he had various small feuds, including one with the Hurricane. On February 14, 2011, The Rock was revealed as the host of WrestleMania 27, appearing live on Raw for the first time in almost 7 years. During a lengthy promo, he addressed the fans and started a feud with John Cena. The Rock fended off Miz and Riley, only for Cena to blindside him with an attitude adjustment. On July 23, at Raw 1000, The Rock announced he would wrestle for the WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. During the show, he encountered then reigning WWE Champion CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, and John Cena, all of whom expressed a desire to face him. On April 7, at WrestleMania 29, Rock lost the WWE Championship to Cena, ending his reign at 70 days. The Rock did not appear because of a legitimate injury sustained during his match with Cena, in which his abdominal and adductor tendons tore from his pelvis. Johnson underwent surgery on April 23 to reattach the torn tendons. Johnson voted for Barack Obama in the 2008 and 2012 presidential elections. He did not vote in the 2016 election, and is an independent voter as of 2017. He endorsed Joe Biden in the 2020 presidential election. In September 2020, amid the COVID-19 pandemic, Johnson revealed that he, his wife, and their 2 young daughters had all tested positive for COVID-19. He said they contracted the virus after contact with family friends. This was a story of success about Dwayne Johnson. If you enjoyed this, make sure to subscribe and join us for more.